Hey, what's going on, Appliance Boot Camp? This is Mike Sneed coming to you again. Once again, I don't know what's going on, but it seems like every time it's time for me to go live, I'm not able to catch Reggie. I'm not able to catch Mona in the middle, and Mona and Tim in the middle. And it seems like every time something pops up, and I have to actually be doing a meeting or talking to someone uh, 5 or 10 minutes right before me coming on, and it takes my whole time. So I got to go back and catch Reggie and Mona. I didn't get a chance to catch their show. I guess good and bad. The good part, I was actually in a meeting. So I had to go to a meeting today. Uh, and in that meeting, we do stuff. It's a Lions Club. I'm a member of the Selma Lions Club. So we help visually impaired people. So I had to do that. And I had to supply the ice cream for that. So I was there and there to the last minute till I came here. And so I didn't get to catch them. So I go back and check them out. But if you hadn't don't know already, I'm the third member of the power block. Starts off with Reggie. As he goes down about quarter to seven. Then Moni comes in. SSG Appliance Academy. They come in at 7:30, and I run anchor at 8 o'clock. Mike Sneed with Appliance Boot Camp. And so, my name's Mike Sneed. I'm the owner and one of the founders of Appliance Boot Camp. I've been teaching entrepreneurship now, going on 20 some years. I've been running businesses now over 20 some years. I'm getting a lot of new people who are actually starting to come to the actual channel. So I have to start now to reintroduce myself, and we have to start going over some of the older topics to bring people back up to speed. Right now, we got over probably 400, maybe 500 videos about entrepreneurship on this channel. So sometimes it's hard for them to go back and catch everything. So I'm gonna start weaving in some of the stuff so they can kind of catch up to speed. And tonight, that's one of the things that we're gonna go into. Where is my money? This is a topic that we went into depth when we first came into onto YouTube with the appliance boot camp. Um, the topic of money and charging and your cost of doing business and entrepreneurship. That's something that we had a lot of in-depth conversations about. This is something that uh, a lot of people until they start building businesses and trying to expand, they might not had to they hadn't ran into it. So we'll actually try to tell people why you need to charge certain things and tell people why you need to get in entrepreneurship. Um, this weekend, I had a great conversation. I guess I say a chat with a young man. And right here, if you want to get into the live, that's a link into the live. I had a great chat with a young man. Um, he was wondering about entrepreneurship, but not really wondering about entrepreneurship. He was wondering how in the world people get money because he's seeing stuff happening. He got into this group because he's interested, not the appliance repair group. This right here is to the ice vending group, people who have ice vending machines. If you don't know, I'm actually rebuilding an ice vending machine. I'm going to put on one of my commercial properties. And so with that, I'm inside one of the ice vending groups where I'm actually getting information and talking to other people just like we do with the appliance boot camp. So we have this young man that's in there, and he wants to get into it, but he's looking at all the money that it costs up front, and he don't know how in the world these people get money to pay 40, 50, $100,000 cash for these machines, and he doesn't understand how did they get it, and he got questions. And I was telling him he got to get him a business mentor to actually teach him how to do business. A business mentor cuts off so much time from you getting up and starting and actually running a business. Shout out to One Stop Mike. One Stop Mike, he's going to actually have his grand opening of his ice cream parlor coming up this weekend. I wanted to get out there this weekend with him. He's gonna have his grand opening on Saturday the 13th. I'll be out there. I think the 26th and 27th. The weekend after I get back from Texas, I'll be coming. I'll be going out there. I'll be out there before the end of the month to check out his ice cream parlor. I wish I could get out there this weekend. Unfortunately, I just got back from Puerto Rico, and we have all this week and the next couple of weeks. We got back to school bashes that the ice cream trailer and stuff happened to go out to. So I couldn't get back out there and actually and get back on the road this weekend. But I'll be out there before the end of the month to check out his ice cream parlor. But shout out to One Stop Mike. And like I say, having a business mentor, you can actually get with that business mentor. They can teach you how the business operate, give you the cheat code so you can jump in line. Like I say, One Stop. What it took me 20 some years to do, One Stop Mike has done it in 2 years. So where you think he's just getting started in his business, and he has all the energy and everything. I'm burned out. So I don't use pretty much all of my energy and everything to get here. But One Stop Mike and all of you all are just starting, and you all are able to go off and do a lot better and grow a lot faster than I have. And y'all younger than I am too, which is good too. Y'all got youth on your side. But I'm gonna share you this screen with this young man that's kind of wondering how in the world do y'all do this thing. Let's see if I can share this screen. And 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 the crazy part about this is make it bigger. Yeah, there we go. This uh, this right here is something that 2 years ago you were seeing a lot of people that was coming through ABC when JT and I first started. These were the conversations and stuff that we would have to talk to people about. Now that I'm going over into these other groups, I'm actually getting a lot more people buying the course because I'm introducing myself to these groups, not having these conversations the same way I had with you all. Now ABC, people who've been following Appliance Bootcamp the last 2 years, y'all are very educated in entrepreneurship. I mean, y'all are. Y'all are very educated in entrepreneurship, how to make money, and what to do with your money. Here's one guy right here. Uh, I took his name out, and he's a young guy. He like I say, he's between 30 and 35. Here you go. I said, uh, this is what the guy put out here. I want to get into the ice vendor business. I have a place I want to set up. I want to see about getting a machine placed, but I have no real way to obtain the machine. So he's seeing all these people making this money off these ice machines. He's saying he ain't got no real way to get it. I'm nervous to buy new and have payments, but don't have capital for you. So he don't want to go out there and go $100,000 in debt with something new, and at the same time he don't want to be out here. He don't want to be out here, and he don't have the cash to pay cash for it. Has anyone else been on this position? And what did you do to get past this roadblock? I had another spot I wanted to get into, but already saw a machine appear there. So now I'm curious if I should not be making my moves now instead of waiting to become more financially stable or for a better season to launch. And how do anyone that has done this or is doing this, feel about a used machine on payments or on profit? And when you talk about profit, somebody set a machine out. You go buy a machine from somebody, and they get a percentage of your profits until it's paid off. Until the machine is paid off. I could write a laundry list of issues I'm trying to avoid, and basically want the machine to cover its own payment and supplies until paid off. So I do not get my personal finances in a bond as I have other projects in the works as well. Let me clarify a bit. I don't want income off of this immediately, nor do I need it. What I want is to get started building a business. This machine being the first and using its income to expand this business. I'm willing to know how to start without mixing business and personal finances. Okay, uh, there you go. So what happened? This young man, he's between 30 and 35. He's spent his time from me talking to him, and I'm not gonna show all our uh, dialogue back and forth. I'll just tell you what it was. He's between 30 and 35, like so many of you all when you first came to Appliance Boot Camp. He uh, he's waking up, and he's been trying to climb the corporate ladder. And this is not an African American young man. This is he's a white younger white guy, which doesn't make any difference. But I was actually surprised that they told I saw people giving him the same uh, uh, the same uh, people actually giving him the same spiel and the same crap they used to give us. That actually surprised me to be because what happened inside of this group right here, it's going to be most of the men going to be 50 and older. They're going to be my generation older. The people who keep things closely guarded. They didn't tell you about it. They didn't tell you if they find a niche and they find something that they can make some money. They didn't tell you. They kept it to themselves, and so they didn't want you to know. So they started telling them stuff that they used to tell us. You can't be living above your means, and no telling him no asking him what kind of car he drives, how much was his house payment, how much money he's spending on lunch, all of that type of stuff. And the young man is thinking what he has to do, he has to become like some hermit or some pauper where he doesn't do anything but try to store his money away. And unfortunately, you can't what's it called? You can't actually work and save enough money to actually to do investments like this. The other thing too, the problem that he has, he's trying to put the cart before the horse. This right here is not really a business. Ice vending is not a business. Ice business isn't. Ice business is more of an investment where people and most of the people who does it already run small businesses. So with that being said, uh, it's not something that you want to get in trying to run a business on. It's what people who already made money and got cash look to go put their cash and their money into to store it and keep getting cash and stuff off of it instead of having it sitting in the bank. And so he doesn't have any cash, and he's wondering how in the hell are these people paying all this cash for these machines, and and then when he's finding out when he's trying to go lease a piece of property to set that machine on, and he's finding out the payments are so high that he's gonna take most of his money, and he's wondering how these guys get these places to set it. He don't know that most of the people are setting on their own property, so he doesn't see this, and so that's when I come in and I tell him, I said, no, because they telling him all this stuff about he need to save his money and he need to work hard, which is totally wrong. Right now, I'll be honest. I don't work hard, meaning I don't do any hard physical labor. Uh, right now is probably the least amount of physical labor, manual labor I've ever done in my life, and this is the most money I ever made in my life at this time. And so they're telling him stuff like that, and that's what that young man's thinking. He's thinking he's going to get there through working real hard, manual work, and not spending none of his money. But they never told him the key component that, hey, I own a small business. Most of these guys, I know what they do. I go read I go to their YouTube, Facebook pages. I've seen interviews they've done. They run small businesses and very profitable small business. Most of them in skilled trades. So with that, somebody who's actually going to a job where they're making $200 a day, $250 a day, they're not going to get enough big enough shovel to actually be able to do these things that he wants to do. So now there's a time where that guy is waking up. He says something's not right. I'm not getting there the way that I'm going, and that happened to a lot of you all with appliance who came into appliance boot camp at the beginning. You all realized real quick that hey, uh, me going here working at this job is not going to be getting me where I need to get to. And so this young man, I was telling him, you got to get into a small business, something that's going to make you 500 or more dollars per day, going out here working. And then from there, you can then you have to get into some. You got to learn how to allocate your finances. We teach the five banking accounts, and from that five banking accounts, now you know how to allocate your finances. Now you got cash saved up because you bringing in a larger sum of cash. You're allocating your funds where they need to go, and now you got cash saved up where you can go now make an investment like that. Same thing with One Stop Mike. Like I say, shout out to One Stop Mike. What he you seeing him doing there with that ice cream parlor. That takes to get ready to do an ice cream parlor. Like I say, I talk to some people who seeing that say, man, I want to do the ice cream. Like you gotta have some cash. You just not gonna jump out there and just say, hey, I'm gonna do that because the machine costs you 10, 15 thousand dollars just to buy the machine to make the ice cream. And then he got to renovate the spot. Then he got to have working capital. He has to do all of that stuff, and it takes money to do it. And so if you see One Stop Mike doing that, you can do it too, but you're gonna have to follow the blueprint. And you follow the blueprint, it won't be long. He only been doing appliance repair a couple of years, and he's there right where I'm at. He followed the blueprint, so he's there right where I'm at, and he got the cash to do it. So you can't just look at okay, you're not going to be able to say, oh, I'm just going to go here to my job and work hard and this and that. Nah, you ain't going to be that and catch One Stop Mike. You're not going to be there and be able to go grab 40 acres like Slick and think you're going to start developing it. It's not going to work. Same thing. I saw earlier today. Shout out to Peter. Peter is what you call. He's expanding his business, and now he's realizing now that cost of doing business. I saw a post that Peter put out there. I saw a post where Peter put out there where he's saying now he didn't believe in the blue book, and so now he has one or two subs out there running. Now he said I know why. He thought the blue book prices were too high. Now he said, I know why those prices are there now. Not I need to jump in there. And I said, man, he's figuring this thing out. And now he's saying, if I'm going to run this thing as a business, I need to be charging these amounts. It ain't something that somebody just gonna pull these numbers out somebody rear end and just threw them out there. It's math behind those numbers where you have to actually charge that. That's why you go to somebody like Tech the Titans and sit down with them when you get ready to start growing your business and stuff, so they can actually get you to the point where you know how to actually charge properly. You know how to actually bring in employees. Because I'm looking, I saw Lamar the other day. He found out now he done worked himself out of a job. And he said he's bored. And then he see how I feel. Now he say, hey, he got these subs running. He's bored. You see DC now. He done pretty much worked himself out of a job, and he's out of the rat race. These guys, Lamar, Lamar and DC now. That's like their second sole retirement. And I don't think they not 55 yet, and they pretty much don't retire twice. They done a long stint in the military, so they got the military payment, and now they don't pretty much retired out of appliance repair, and they making bank, and you just can't do that at no regular job. And so that's the stuff that they don't teach us in school. They tell us, and that's why I was telling that guy. I said the problem is you got lied to, man. Society lied to you. They told you you had to go to school, you had to go to go try to climb the corporate ladder, but that's not where you're gonna get there to do what you seeing these guys do. These guys ain't being upfront with you. They're expecting you to already know this when you come in here. They're expecting you to do your own research. They're not gonna figure out how you gotta get you 30, $40,000. They expect you to have that if you in this group and you looking to go buy an ice machine, they're expecting you to have 30, $40,000. Same thing. If you looking to get into making homemade ice cream stuff, they expect you to have the $10 or $15,000 to buy the machine. You know that up front. And so so they ain't trying to figure out how you're gonna finance it. Most of the places, I don't think Emory Thompson finances it. They just say, hey, pay me. How you pay it, they don't care. They just know that you need to pay them. They don't care how you get it. So they're not gonna try to be financing and running you down for payments and stuff. Same thing with these ice machines. Most of the places you buy, they don't have no financing. They just say, hey, you need to give me my money up front, and then give me about 6 weeks to make it. Most of the people who making them, I'm finding out they're not making them in manufacturing places. Most of them are mom and pop stores that actually make the things because they're not that complicated. They're making them in what used to be converted forms. They have turned them now into little mini manufacturing places where they're making them at. So you pay 100,000. They say give me 50,000 and give me 4 to 6 weeks. I have one. And then you pay me the other 50 before you pick it up. And if you get the other 50, then you get in the back of the line. Somebody else will buy it from you. And so that's what's happening. And nobody's teaching us. Nobody. Well, we know it now, and I was surprised that they won't give him the game and letting him. This is the route you need to go. You're just not gonna do it through corporate America. Not unless you're a high wage earner. If you're a real high wage earner, then you might be able to pull it off. You might be able to pull it off as a high wage earner, but I don't know if you have the time to because if you're a high wage earner, they're gonna work they're gonna pull every dime out of you. They're gonna get every ounce they can out of you. So you might not have the time to do anything else. But if you're an entrepreneur, small business owner, not only do you have the actual cash flow to do it, but you got the time to dedicate to get it up and running. Like I say, going back to One Stop Mike, not only does he have the cash now, but he has the time to dedicate to his ice cream parlor to get it up and running. And now you have your appliance repair business that's dumping $500 to $1,000 in your pocket a day, and then you have your ice cream parlor dumping $500 to $1,000 in your pocket a day, and you don't really have to be there. And I'm telling you, man, life gets really good then. It gets really good when you don't have to. Let me turn my TV back on in case somebody jumps in. When life gets so good, where I was out in like I said, out in Puerto Rico this past weekend, and and my wife and I we sitting out there on the deck, and she was like, "No, what you gonna do? What you said? What would you do without me?" I was like, it's kind of funny. I was like, I don't know. I'm past the stage that I would want to go out and hang out in no club or anything. I definitely wouldn't do that. And I said I'll probably be doing the same thing I'm doing right now. I said I probably would have a friend that I would travel with and do things with. I said the only difference would be instead of me having to pay for four people, I'll just be paying for two. She looked at me funny and she was like, "Nah, I'm gonna take half of everything you own," kind of laughing and stuff. But it was the truth. Because my life wouldn't change pretty much at all because because even though I'm dead, the ice cream parlor is still running. The appliance boot camp is still running. I'm still getting paid for my consulting work. Nothing changed. Nothing. And I was sitting there out there in Puerto Rico, and I remember sitting there and I saw the sales and stuff coming in, and then I saw what I was actually having to pay out per day, and it wasn't my sales and stuff. overran what I was having to pay out per day. Even going out to eat now. Like I say, going out to eat. It's four people. I have to pay for. I have to pay for myself, my wife, and my son and my daughter. And if you're going out to eat, you talking almost $200. You go to breakfast, it's gonna be $100. You go to lunch, it's gonna be $100. You're gonna go out, it's gonna be about $200. So you're talking about $400 a day to go out and pretty much eat. And when I would when I would do my when I would do my actual breakdown every morning of breaking out the five banking accounts. Even though I was pulling out the profit accounts to be out there, I saw that profit account still growing. Even though we was pulling out of it, I saw it was still keeping up and growing. And I said, "Damn, I could sit here, I could sit out here on this dang on balcony and just hit autopilot and just sit here and not have to do anything. I'm retired out of this thing. I got out the rat race, and that felt good. That felt really good. It felt really good to sit there and just see it go and see it go, and even to the point where, like I say, this is the first time ever that my daughter and my wife wanted me to teach them about when we was out there. My wife now starting to look at real estate a lot more, and she wanted me. They were asking me tell to teach them about starting LLCs and about purchasing real estate in the LLCs and why we do it in the LLCs. They never asked me that before. This was the first time we out there where they start asking me those questions. Um, why do we buy it in an LLC? They know that I buy it in an LLC, but they didn't know the reason why. Now they're actually interested in that. When we're out there, we was getting back in, going back to the airport, and we was gonna grab something to eat at the airport. And even though my daughter had money, she was going somewhere else to get something to eat. And she came and she stuck her hand out. I was like, I thought you was buying you're not eating with us. I thought you were gonna buy something else. Yeah, but you paying for everybody else. You need to pay for mine too. But for her now to realize that it is a benefit into what's going on and what we're doing. And to when we got back, they wanted to work again on Sunday. We got back Saturday afternoon. Sunday they were back working again. And man, I'll tell you, they now they're starting to see it. They're starting to see it. Same thing. Tyran, a good post he put out there with that COD money, and showing the cash that he's getting. And what happens, we have a lot of new people that's still coming into to this, and they're they still don't quite believe what what's happening is happening. So I saw some guys be like, don't make people think that it's all gravy, this. And now I don't even have to really say anything because you all have done it. And like they say, it's one thing when somebody believes something. It's another thing when you know something. I saw Tyran was telling, nah, man, this ain't what I'm not trying. I'm not trying to hype nobody anything. I just motivate people. This shit works. You can do it. And I'm proof that it's working. And he had the cash to show it that it was working. And he said he know why people now try to get over to that COD stuff. That COD hits different, and people know that. And so now it's not so much us bragging or trying to put somebody down. We have enough people out here now. Everybody who pretty much watches the broadcasts and follow Appliance Boot Camp, they know what's out there. They know about small businesses. The cat is out the bag now. The cat is out the bag now. People know about what small businesses can do. We now know the power that it has to have your own business. We know now that uh, that you can actually you can and to be perfectly honest with everybody, and the people who's doing this, even when you're out there, if you're a one or two man, if you're a one man show, and you out there, you running service calls, you pretty much retired. And when you running service calls, it's not you're not out there humping and tired and this and that. You are pretty much retired. All you're doing is two or three stops a day, and you're retired. You're not rushed. You got plenty of time. Your money is taken care of, and you enjoy it. You know, I mean, you are. It's an enjoyment. It's not nothing that you hate. It's something that you look forward to doing. I hate. I gotta get back out to Charlotte this week, and I hate. I can't get out and work on some of the stuff I want to work on. It's fun to be able, as a man, to go out there and and find something that's broken, and you go there and you fix it. And when you leave, and you get all that affirmation from the family and stuff. Man, you're good. No, he fixed it, and now you got the power to now you got the power and the confidence to do just about anything. You put your mind to, and that's where, man, that thing is great. That thing is great. And then the other downside to that, now everybody thinks that you can do any and everything. 'Cause, it's funny. I was telling someone, I was like, sometimes when there's a thunderstorm, and it's the thunder and the lightning, the wind is blowing. Sometimes my wife would be like, "Wake up, Sneed." I was like, "For what? It's thunder and lightning outside, the wind blowing. Wake up for what? In case a tree falls." But what can I do to stop a tree from falling? But they start asking you stuff like that. Even like I said, we over in Puerto Rico, and my wife asking me stuff like I know what's going on in Puerto Rico. How do we get here? She asking me, how far is this place? I don't know. I ain't never been here, but they expect me to actually be able to have that answer for everything. Uh, they asked me about we were going to a restaurant. How's that restaurant? I don't know. First time I'm going, we're gonna find out. But now people come to you for everything, and they value your input, and you become a problem solver. And that stuff is good too. That stuff is good. That stuff is good. They joke and play with me, but about it. But they come to me for a lot of information, and for a lot of advice. And I'm glad that my family and friends do value my input like that. And you all are experiencing the exact same thing, where you all your family and friends now will be coming to you all if they haven't already started coming to you all the time, for you all to actually solve problems and stuff they got going on. I can read some of the stuff we got going on in the chat, and then I'm gonna slide out of here. What's up, S2 Services? All right, good to see you. John Dizak, what's up, y'all? And I'm gonna be in actual Austin, Texas, next weekend, the 19th, 20th, and 21st. On the actual live on Thursday, I give you all the actual the information to the hotel I'm gonna be at and the times. So if you all like to come out, and I'll have a slight meet and greet. I like to see anybody who's in the Austin, Texas area. Come on out. I have a slight little meet and greet out there. I like to see you all. So I give you all that information on Thursday. What's up, Terry the electrician? What's up, Mike and ABC fam? All right. What's up, BK from the Rockies? What's up, ABC family and friends? All right, they networking. There we go, Mark Cochran. What's up? How you doing? What's up, DCNF? He said, "What's up, Mike and ABC family?" If you would like to come on to the live stream, that's the link to get into the live stream. They networking. Hey, what's going on, Quentin Hodge? He says, "Hey, Mike and ABC fam." They networking. Yeah, one stop Mike. Yep, One Stop Mike is getting to it. I'm very proud of him. I wish I could get there this weekend. But this weekend we got a pool party, we got back to school party, and then after that we got three hospital. Matter of fact, wow. Yeah, I got this weekend coming up. I have a back to school pool party, and then on Sunday we're gonna have the actual back to school at the high school. We're gonna be at the high school on Sunday with the ice cream, and then we'll be at the another high school the following week. Then we'll be at the middle school, and then I'll be leaving for Texas, and then after that I'll be coming back on coming back from there, and we'll be going back to do. We got a couple more family reunions, and we'll be doing we're doing something pretty much every weekend in August. But after the weekend after the 21st, I'll be in Cincinnati. For anybody in the Cincinnati area, I'm gonna be at One Stop Mike Shop on the weekend after. And I'll be honest with you. The last couple open houses I went to, I like to come a little bit after they do their open house because I want everything to be on them and their day. I don't want to come there and take anything away. But if anybody would like to meet up in Cincinnati area, I'm gonna be on One Stop Mike place. I'm gonna reach out to Mike and make sure he's gonna be there. I'll be out there. I'm gonna get there on the 27th. I'm gonna come out there on the 20th. I'll be out there on the 27th. I'll do a meet and greet at Mike's place. Out there. What's up, Paul Brown? So what's up, Mike and ABC fam? All right. What's up, Miss Ward? How you doing? You got to pay to play. Really, find the bag people. That's right. That's right. That's right. Hey, what's going on? Good Tech Appliance Repair LLC. Glad to see you. What's going on, Mr. Mechanical? Okay, Mike. I wonder if that's my son. All right, Mike. Mike, what months does the appliance industry slow down? The appliance industry slows down around January, right after the Christmas season, from January to about March. It has a slowdown, and our slowdown ain't something that stops. Our slowdown is is still good, but it ain't crazy going like it is right now. Right now, I don't know what's happening. August is really one of the hottest times of the month, but I don't know if it's we get a lot of washers and dryers, still refrigerators, but we got a bunch of calls right now. We 3 weeks out, so right now it's just crazy, and that's with all of the new people who have came in the area, just through appliance boot camp. I'm still 3 weeks out, and it's just we have so many people moving to the area and stuff. It's just ridiculous, not including the actual the commercial stuff that people are calling me for. It's just constantly just nonstop. You just keep going. But around January, from January to like March, it slows down enough for you to actually be able to take you a little time away. But you still do great. Matter of fact, I look forward to it in networking. There you go. What's going on, Reggie? Yeah, I run the anchor on the power block. Reggie started it off. He's the first leg, and Moni in the middle, and Moni and Tim they ran second leg. Miss Phoenix 91. What's up, everyone? I'm taking a study break for this good word. Okay, thanks. Yeah, work smarter, not harder, no doubt. Okay, JJ's appliance repair. What's going on, ABC family and friend? Mike, all right. Okay, Mr. McCampbell, Mike dropping gems as usual. Thanks, appreciate it. Billy Nunn, 500 days. That's only like yeah, it is. It's only like two stops. But see, what you have to do, you have to when we say stuff, we have to actually tone it down. So you notice a lot of times when I first came out, and even now, I first come out, I have to tell people you can make $100,000 because 2 years ago when JT and I first came out, to $100,000, people were like, man, that seemed like a lot of money for people, until you start getting out here making some money and you realize $100,000, that's working Monday through Friday. That's really not for $400 a day. But you can't. I couldn't come out here and tell you you can make 200, maybe $250,000 repairing appliances as a one man shop. Because your mind just wouldn't believe it, and you wouldn't pay no attention to it, and you would just say that he lied. He lied. Don't even listen to what he capping, because you wouldn't be able to do it. But 100,000 seemed from where a lot of people were. That was the magic number that everybody put out. Make 100,000, and that, I'll be honest with you. When I first started doing the first started coming on to YouTube and even Facebook, because prior to me doing this, I had been telling everybody, family and friends and everybody about appliance repair, and they just blew it off. So I actually thought everybody made $100,000 because I guess you could say I was just ignorant or what. But I would look at Facebook and I would look at YouTube, and I thought people were telling the truth. So I thought everybody made $100,000, and I said that's why they don't care nothing about doing appliance repair. Appliance repair is not making any money. And then sometimes I remember one time, right before the housing bubble, I didn't think I was making any money in appliance repair, because what would happen, I was judging myself based upon what I was seeing with people who were so called flipping houses in the during that time, where people were flipping houses. They would get a large sum of money for flipping a house. Uh, they might get $60,000 to flip a house, and then I would see them coming there with the brand new Lexus, Porsches. That's when those Escalades were really hot, and everybody driving Escalades. They might get a lump sum of 60, and they go blow it off on stuff like that. But I was constantly making, when I was doing appliance repair, I was constantly making $15,000 to $20,000 a month. And then once I got some subs, I was doing 30,000 a month, every month, doing appliance repair, and and it was constant. And I would see them, but I didn't ever go out and buy anything like that. And I was thinking something. I'm not making any money doing this stuff. And then I remember my wife told me. Shout out to my wife. She always had a good sense. She always had a good sense about stuff like that. She used to tell me all the time, they don't have any money. I was like, yes, they do. They just, nah, it's me. I don't think they got any money. I remember she told me that several times with different people, and she was right every time. She was like, they ain't got no money doing that. And Lord behold, when housing bubble burst, they didn't have any money. They were the ones that wrote me bad checks and all that, and they were the ones that didn't have any money. Versus the ones that I saw that weren't driving those expensive cars, just had regular service vans and stuff like that. They were the ones that came up during the housing burst. During the housing burst, that's when I bought my property. The property just went dirt cheap. And I was like, man, I can buy property now. So that's when I started buying property during the housing burst, and it started really making my wealth. Uh, but yeah, but up until then, I didn't think there was no money here. And then when I come to then I go to Facebook, and I would post something, same stuff I'm talking now. I couldn't talk it at the beginning. I had to type it in, and I get beat up so bad about the stuff, and like I said, people call him crazy, call him Kanye West and Soldier Boy. No, it got to the point where you didn't want to post. And then when face, I never forget the first time Facebook started letting you go live. That's when I was starting the actual store with Abdul and Ron. And I said, I'm going to document it. Me, same way I done the ice cream parlor. And same way I done Appliance Boot Camp, where I documented me going in, building the store out, getting it up and running, bringing the product in, fixing it. I said, I'm going to document it on Facebook. Because what would happen, I would start my businesses and get them up and running, and then when I get to this stage, like now, when I get the ice cream parlor where it's at now, and I go talk to family and friends, they act like I just jumped into where it is now. If you come there to the ice cream parlor now, it's good. No, no, you can put us up against any ice cream parlor anywhere, and we'll hold our own. Not only in the product, but also in the appearance and everything. Um, uh, Same thing, Tyran and them, they go up to North Raleigh and you see, in high end stores up there, they carrying our products. We shipping our products all across North Carolina now. And so what happens, they would see me at this stage. And then when we sit down and have a discussion about business, they'd be like, you didn't do that. It was like that when you got there, or so and so put that together. And I was like, I've done it. Y'all don't remember. So I didn't have a way to actually verify that I had actually done it. So that's why I videotape me actually building that business from scratch, the same way I done these. So I wanted to be able to have proof when we have arguments and stuff that I can actually pull back out and show them. Now, here you go. I got proof that I done it like this. Well, anyway, when I would do that, and they'd come on into it won't like. Well, you all saw who've been rocking with JT and I. Y'all saw when we first started coming out, and people be telling us we capping, we lying, and this and that. But that's the way it was there too. I'll be telling people, Lord knows, when I told y'all I was gonna teach you all how to start a business in a weekend. Lord knows you can't do it. Even people in the appliance repair field was telling us we couldn't do it. It can't be done. Even now with with all of the all of the evidence that we have. We got thousands of people who are out here. Even to the point where a lot of people in the industry are complaining. Man, there ain't no work out here. Appliance boot camp put too many people out here. They done cut the work out. There ain't as much work as it used to be. Even with all of that, we still get the thing from time to time. Do they know what they're doing? Do you think compare this one to that one and that? Because I don't know, but even with I don't really care about those. But even with all of that, we still get questioned if it works, if I can actually teach the entrepreneurship side. I actually thought that everybody made $100,000, and even when I first started teaching the classes, when people were coming to the class, I remember a lot of people saying, I don't, same thing that guy was saying. I don't really want to make this into a business. I just want to make a little extra money. I'm going to retire. I'm looking for something to do on the weekend, blah, 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 blah. So I actually thought people were making a lot of money. And then when that first two or three classes left, and I started seeing people quitting those jobs like flies. They you think the LG refrigerators are dropping out? Man, they're dropping out those jobs like flies when they go out here. The first time they make $300 in the morning, that was it. They weren't going back to work. You couldn't force them to go back to work. And I'm not going. And what nothing we could do to make them go back to work. And then that's when JT and I remember, and I'll forget, JT and I, because JT constantly was telling, shout out to JT, he constantly was telling people, quit that job, it ain't worth it. And he was telling me, man, you got, because him and I used to have debates about that all the time. Man, I don't want them to quit those jobs, man, this and that. And I remember JT sat down and told me, he said, you just don't realize, me, you've been doing this for a while. They're not making no money. And you teaching people how to make real money now. And so those jobs ain't making them no money, man. They ain't losing nothing. They go out here and make $85 an hour, and they ain't making but $12 an hour at their job. Who cares if they ain't got 3 months of living expenses? They just they're not losing, so that's why they quitting those jobs. And so then after JT and I start having those in-depth conversations, because I admit I had been removed so far from having a job. Back then I was almost 20 years since I had worked a corporate job, so I didn't know. But JT was a liaison that actually let me know how it really was. And so then I didn't feel as bad about people quitting their job, especially when people started talking about they get kids and now they make double what they were making at work, and they didn't have to. They're just going in the afternoons. They have to put the kids in daycare. It started to make sense. But so up like I said, up at that end, I thought everybody was making $100,000, and now I do realize people are not making that amount of money. And so even now, when I look at the YouTubers and all that, because how can I say this? Wow, when I look out there and I see that you are an entrepreneur and you're making money and you're a businessman, you know you got to go to real estate. You know you have to go to real estate. That's where you have to go. Yeah, Erica Williams said all the time, all roads lead to real estate. You know you gotta go to real estate. I don't see them going. I don't see them going. I see them renting places and stuff. Ain't no way in the HELL I'll go I'll go rent go sell my house right now and go rent an apartment. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. Matter of fact, I don't want to live in no apartment. No, I don't want to live in no apartment. Um, but I'm not gonna do it. Especially when I could go pay cash for a house. I'm not gonna go live in no apartment with nobody on top of me and whatnot. I'm just not gonna do it. And Lord knows I ain't gonna go pay nobody no rent. Same thing. If I'm making all this money and and I produce movies and stuff, I'm gonna be like Tyler Perry. I'm gonna build my own studio. I see the people who if YouTube is your thing, and ain't nothing wrong if YouTube is your thing, but I don't see them building no YouTube studios. I don't see them building anything. If anything, they just stand in their house and or going having one little room in a closet in their house and all that. I just don't see it. I just don't see where they putting their money. And I know with me as a small business owner, I'm not a big business owner. I'm a very, very small business owner. That's the thing. I'm very small business owner. And I know I have to find some place to put my little bit of money at, and I know what I have to be doing. So if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, um, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm beginning to think that they pretty much are the same way I thought people were on Facebook, 5 years ago. Well, not that long, about 2 to 3 years ago, where it was just a facade. They didn't really have that money because I don't see them downtown when you're the only I just don't see them. I just don't see them downtown buying buildings. I don't see them developing communities and real estate. I just don't see them doing it. And then I don't see the people coming behind them doing the same thing. You all, you all are actually y'all running over top of me. No, you all are coming right behind me and doing the exact same thing and getting the same results. And so to the point where I don't even have to sell it. I don't have to sell Appliance Boot Camp anymore. I don't have to sell it. You all sell it for me, and you all are getting those results. Where you can't deny it. You can't deny it that it's working. When like I say, you take a young lady that got the ice cream parlor down there in Oxford. In 2 months, come here and you can I can mentor you in 2 months and you get that thing up and running, make $800 a day now at that little ice cream parlor that you have, and you see it. It ain't just me telling you. I know somebody, but I take the camera and I go down there and see it. You're gonna see me take the camera, go to One Stop Mike's spot. We got several other people. We have a young lady that's gonna be putting one out in Tampa, Florida, coming up soon and stuff. But you gonna see me taking and going out to those places. And Lord knows the appliance repair businesses. It would take me 2 years to go to every one of theirs places. But you all see them, and they're there for them to come and become industry leaders and leading this thing. That's what I expect to see from everybody else. I expect. I'm looking for the next Grant Cardone. I haven't seen them that come out of there. I'm looking. I'm looking for the. I ain't gonna say no. I'm looking for the next people to come after them to do that. Uh, to be out there teaching people and showing them how to do it. You know. And I just don't see it going. So I don't think that honestly I just don't think I just don't think they're doing it. Just don't think they're doing it. Appliance professional, what's up, fam? All right. Um, yeah, yeah, DCNF better be charging Blue Book, no doubt, no doubt. Paul Brown, so what's up, appliance professional? What's up? Hey, how you doing, Dr. Virginia Luca Johnson? Hello, everyone tuning in from Atlanta, Georgia. How you doing? Uh, That's right. Pay your subs if you have them, no doubt. I'm going to talk about that with DC. Now. That's one of the things I pride myself on. I have never ever missed missed a payday and not paid somebody. Never. And that's one of the things that I pride myself on. Um, you know, early on, I'll never forget early on when I first got started in business. A guy stiffed me. We wired a 5,000 square foot house and he wrote me a bad check. And I had to take all my money and pay everybody. And my check at the got there in supply house bounced. And I had to go to the supply house and tell them. And I showed them. I said, "This guy, I done the work for them, and they wrote me a bad check. It bounced. I'm gonna make it right. But right now, I'll pay cash for what I got now. But can I? I think I was paying maybe $200 a week. I pay $200 a week for the next. I think I owed him like $1,500 or something. I said until I pay it off. But can I still get parts and stuff and get my material up until then?" And they were like, "Yeah." And from then on, I paid them off and I paid cash for it. That's why I say I pay cash for everything that I get. And from there, I was able to pay cash for I paid cash for all my parts. And even to today, I could go up there. I probably could ask for $20,000 worth of stuff. They'll let me have it, but I never do it. I pay cash for what I get, and have a great working relationship with all the supply houses with everybody. A9 Dr. Funk, what's up, fam? And that's another thing too. Uh, I don't see how people always say they're not getting paid, not getting paid. It's very rare that somebody hasn't paid me. Very rare that somebody hasn't paid. Um, um, I know what warranty companies to stay away from. If, if we ain't done business before, I kind of stay away from them unless we got a good working relationship or unless somebody else I know that I trust vouch for you. I'm not going to really do the work unless you give me a credit card. Um, Same thing. I don't have many problems with homeowners not paying. I never have any problems hardly with homeowners not paying. Um, and I can feel people out that I don't want to do business with. I had a lady call earlier today. She had a washing machine. She wants to get a control board. I said, I said, you know, I said, we do our own diagnostics. Where my friend, he know how he fixed my dryer. He diagnosed it. He put a drain pump in, but the drain pump wasn't working. So now I know it's a control board. I said, nah, we got to come to our own diagnostics. I don't want to pay you for the diagnostics. I just want you to put the control board up. I said, no, I'm not going to do that because if it's not work, we still going to charge you the labor and stuff. Well, I don't want you to do that. I just want you to put the control board on. So I said, well, tell him to just go buy a control board and put it on. We sell parts, and she was like, can I buy the part from you? Nah, we out of stock. So I gave her the local parts place to go buy because I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna go put that control board on. It's not gonna work. Then the next thing they're gonna want to do is bring the control board back. I ain't gonna deal with that. Let cash wheels deal with it. No, I don't want to have your money. Same thing if somebody's calling and they're complaining about $85 and stuff. A lot of times, a lot of Lord, I got to be careful. A lot of times with the barber shops and stuff, I don't like to deal with a lot of the barbers. The barbers don't want to pay. They always want to because they have so many people coming in trying to pay for stuff, and a lot of times the barbers actually live out their front pockets. They keep all their money in their pocket, and they always trying to get you. I didn't say that word. They're always trying to push you down on your prices, or they want to cut and pay at the same time. I got $50. Come back Saturday morning, I give you 50 more. All that type of mess. Or they want to do it with haircuts, and all. I ain't gonna deal with that. So most of the time with the barbers and stuff called, I'll oftentimes tell them, I'm booked out, or I tell them you looking for a used appliance, go on Facebook Marketplace. And I know that's all they want to do, pay $200. They're not gonna pay my service. Mr. Mechanical. That's what's up, Mike. Heading to Puerto Rico tomorrow. Oh, wow. Okay, Mr. Mechanical. Yeah, this is my third time down in Puerto Rico in the last 6 years. About every 2 years I go. Last time, my oldest daughter and I went. Before then, my family and I went again. We used to go, we'd stay over in near Old San Juan and stuff like that and do all of that. The kids now are a lot older. We stay down near Granada. Coronado. I think that's the name of it. La Concha is the resort that we normally stay on. That's a little bit more adult. Matter of fact, I enjoy it. They they have a casino in there, and I tell you, if you go on the you go on the boardwalk, it's a little. If you go there, there's a little boardwalk right there in between that resort and another resort. If you look over there into the other resorts, they usually be topless. So you can go on the boardwalk and early in the mornings or in the afternoons, so you can stay on the boardwalk and get you a nice apple and come on back to the other side. So it's great. I truly enjoy it. They have a place down there. I forget the name of it, but it's kind of like New Orleans, where they have a lot of nightclubs and they can walk to and stuff. And so my kids now they're at the age where they like to go out a little bit, so they can go out there, and the wife and I still have some time to ourselves. So yeah, so I truly enjoy it. And when we first started going to Puerto Rico, it was right after Maria had came through, and it pretty much destroyed the island. And my best friend and frat brother and college roommates, we went down there. All of us go and do a vacation about every 2 to 3 years. Take us that long to be able to go out with each other again. But Rico and said we need to buy some of this property down here because it was dirt cheap after Maria. I mean, it was like a third world country. A lot of the power hadn't been restored or anything, and at that was probably about 6 or 7 years, about 6 years ago, maybe even longer than that. Um, and we should have bought some property because what happened, the property was dirt cheap. Now when we there, you know, prior to that, when you go, it was pretty much you could tell the country was struggling. This past week I went, I saw Ferraris coming down the boulevard, uh, Lamborghinis, McLarens, anything that you can name, uh, high dollar cars and luxury places now. They have it out there, it's almost like Vegas. The money is out there now. I truly enjoyed it. Um, Mike will be out there macking. Nah, I don't got that out my system. Hey, nah, Dr. Funk Big Networking. There you go. G Brown, I feel you, Uncle Mike. Nothing would change with me. Yep, it wouldn't change. It wouldn't change. They networking. There you go, Mr. O. COD money is like drug money. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Yeah, it is. That's people tell me I shouldn't do this, but you all make money, so it don't matter. Yeah, so it is. This is like I say that COD money that comes in. So I had one sub come by today, drop his money off, and those checks. Yeah, yeah. Appliance repair, boy, I tell you, appliance repair. It is wow. It is good. So you get somebody dropping off all those lovely ones and five, tens, and twenties all the time and checks. It is great. It is great. And believe it or not, you're gonna get to the point where uh, it's crazy. You're gonna get to the point where going to the bank is gonna be a nuisance. Where sometimes, like I got this check, I got another check, I got some mailbox money around here too. Here you go. I got old mailbox money. So then you're gonna get checks. And I tell you too, that mailbox money. No, credit cards are good, but every once in a while when you get old mailbox money come through, man, that feels good to go to the mailbox and pull those 800, 500, 1500, $2,000 checks out the mailbox. It's almost like tax season come year round, and it feels good. I know people like the credit cards and stuff like that, and that direct deposit. Well, it's hard to beat that old mailbox money, boy. It's hard to beat that mailbox money. You go into the mailbox and you just open it up, and you got a big edge sitting in there, man. That's beat. That's hard to beat. Man, that COD bread is nice. Yeah, it is, and it keep you a lot of walking around cash too. Keep a lot of walking around cash. You have to keep it clean for the chat. Yeah, decent enough. I literally just said to my wife when I went out to collect the service call fees, my son dropped off. Yeah, yeah. That's what this is. Our electrical call. These are the service call fees. I like I say, I've been away, and the subs too. They get to the point. The subs come. I got one sub to run this area for me now. My nephew. So he used to go by the bank and deposit. Now he just comes by and he'll drop it off. Not out here. We'll hang out and talk and joke a little bit. But yeah, you get those service call fees. People pay with cash coming in. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I told my uncle about appliance repair. He said the way I described it made it sound like I was selling crack. Yeah, yep. Switch Camp 81. You are an angel, dear brother Mike. God bless you, Erica William, Classic Clown, for putting me on to you. Thank you. Amen. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. And shout out to Erica. I'll see her in about a week now. I'll see her. And she grew up not that far from here, less than 45 minutes. And she come through all the time, but we keep never meeting. When she gonna come through, I'm actually have just left, gone somewhere when she's passing through, and vice versa. So this will be the first time I actually met her in person. We've talked on the phone many a times. New York City construction life. I'm in shock, and I only work for yep, I only work 4 hours a day, no doubt. For the longest, when things took off, I thought they were going to come get me. Yep, yep. Mr. O, it's a good living though. Thanks to Mike Sneed. I'm just in a high living cost area. So I gotta figure out a few things. Overall, I'm doing well. You're doing great, man. You're doing great. Oh, dang, you've been booked out it's been 3,000 plus weeks consistently since the summer started. So yeah, that's great. And he's not even 25, I think. Yeah, yeah, that is great. And like I say, that's about it. Like I say, I was doing about 15,000 when I first got started. Between 12 and 15,000 a month, and we have to. Hey, when he says he's doing 3,000 plus a month, a week, he gets all of that $3,000 before Uncle Sam gets. He gets all his money. He's not doing 3,000 and gross, and Uncle Sam come take half of it. He's getting every bit of his 3,000 and being able to go out and buy groceries and do all of that stuff he needs to do, pay his bills, and only gonna pay taxes on what's left. He get all his money up front. Uncle Sam get his at the end of the year. um, Billy Nunn. Mr. O, okay, you're networking. Yep, about 20, 20, 25. That's great. About 4 or 5 calls a day. Yep. Andre G, what's good? All right, what's happening? Yep, they the good stuff. Yep. He asked him was he asked him was he using the blue book, and he said no, he used it above the blue book. There you go. He in a high cost area. Look at this. There you go. Billy Dunn, I charge the blue book or higher. I pretty much try to get $300 to $500 profit off of each job. There you go. There you go. There you go. They laughing. Yeah. Get that money, no doubt. Mr. O, it doesn't always happen that way, but that's what you shoot for. There you go. Mr. Mechanical. That's most trades people try to recoup that Christmas money in January, February. Yep, no doubt. Here we go. Johnny A. I don't get how companies are booked 3 weeks off. People actually wait. Oh, good lord, where they gonna go? Because it's not a. You have to think. There's not enough skilled tradesmen out here. There's not enough people out here who know how to fix appliances. So what they'll tell you? No, I'm gonna. I had several people call me today, and I tell them right now we're booking for Thursday and Friday of next week. You can't come today. Nah, we booked out. Okay, I got your number. I'll call you back. By the time they go around call everybody, they find out everybody booked out. They call you back. Man, damn, I'm in the wrong business. Let me get that day, man. All right, and let go. Yeah, because there ain't nowhere else. You try right now. Try to call. I tell you what. Try to call you a carpenter right now. Try to call you a plumber right now, or HVAC person. Try calling an HVAC. If you call an HVAC, some of them might tell you we're not taking on any new customers right now. We told the book we bringing on no new customers. That's what the HVAC people say here. You try to call them, hey man, I need to get somebody come. We ain't bringing on any new customers. We got all the customers we need. Yes, they will wait. Yeah, they going. Tyran, what's up? What's up, Tyran, man? I was just talking about you, man. Very proud of what you're doing. There, there you go, Mr. O. Congratulations. Yep, he can stay completely busy now without marketing. I told you it would happen. I told you. I keep telling y'all, just stick with it. All you gotta do is answer your phone. You ain't gotta put a lot of money behind no marketing and buying ads and stuff like that. If you just stick with it, learn the trade, and just answer your phone and do good work, you have all the work you need. You have all the work you need. Look at this. Look at here. Um, there you go, Mr. Mechanical. John A. Great work speaks volume, no doubt. Mr. O. However, I will be running Google Ads again and select zip codes for specific appliances for extra kit. There you go. Now he's doing targeted market. He's going for specific stuff where he know he's going to get his money. Johnny A. Someone would wait 3 weeks for a fridge. Is it like that in rural areas? It's like that everywhere. It's not. It's like that everywhere. Who would you call to fix your refrigerator? You don't know anybody. Most people say call Sears. You call Sears, you might be 2 months out. And it's not just like this in appliance repair. It's like this with electrical, plumbing, HVAC, roofing, carpentry, all the skilled trades. Same thing. My mechanic. I called my mechanic. I need to get some work done to my wife's car, and he told me, he said, "Hey, Sneed, it'll be 2 weeks before I can look at it. You could drop it off, but I ain't got no. I don't want to crowd up my lot with it. Just keep it there until next Thursday and drop it off. No problem." It's like that everywhere. The school system took skilled trades out, so we haven't. You looking at 30 years of them saying, "Hey, we don't want no more skilled tradesmen. We want everybody to be going to college." And now they don't have anybody that can do anything. And so now you got all this stuff that's breaking, and you don't have nobody to fix it. So now we're coming in filling in that gap. Yep, under promise and over deliver, no doubt. Yep, Mr. O found that out too, no doubt. Johnny, it depends on what it is and their schedule. Higher end clients with money will wait. It's the working class that are in a rush, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. And see, that's what I'm telling you all. I'm not saying I go look at other people who do the business, Mr. O is telling you all. He can tell you all about how to run this appliance repair business. It's like he's been doing it for 20 years because he got the blueprint. And you can't tell the thing about it too with these guys. You can't come tell them something that how you feel or what you think because they know it. And that's why I say that's one thing about this appliance repair business. You can't BS your way around it. That refrigerator don't care how much BS and how much slick talking you do. It don't care how nice your uniform look. It don't care about none of that stuff. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. Same thing. When you come here and you start talking to the ABC alumni, or you go there talking to SSG alumni, you talking to Appliance Alliance group, you talking to TMM group, or Fred's people that came from Fred's and stuff. They know quick that you don't know what you're talking about, that you're trying to BS them. Because they know. Even when you start using the terminology and stuff, that wrong and stuff, you can't BS. That's why I love the skilled trades because it's a right and a wrong way, and meaning it either work or it doesn't work. And so you what you call it? Ain't no room for no discussion and this and that and or what you believe or being politically correct. It don't care. That compressor, if you don't put that, if you don't turn that, when you change that LG compressor and you don't, if you don't turn that little connector 45 degrees, it don't care. It doesn't care that you don't think it should be turned 45 degrees. It don't care that you don't think you shouldn't have to reprogram it. It's brand new. It don't care. It's not going to work. And so then it's a right and a wrong way. And that's why I love it. I love it. It doesn't care two cents about it. There you go. Mr. O, I run ads, but they are still not optimal. But I can run them at a profit without losing money. I have to tweak them, which I will when I continue to run them. I want to master them. There you go. There you go. He want to know if COD warranty, 2 to 3 weeks. There we go. Oh wow, man. Yeah, that's my wife. A woman intuition never fails, no doubt. Right here. There you go. Johnny A, I'm 100% COD. COD customers are a bit fickle, but they always asking for today and tomorrow. But enough of them will wait a few days or a week. There you go. Here you go. People visit my website and book days or a week out randomly all the time without me even speaking to them. Same thing. I told you. I get random booking pretty much every day. I told you. I told you, Mr. O. Told you. Man, that's a beautiful thing. Me and Mr. O, when he first got started, he was young and eager. I told him, I said, hey, it's going to take off and you're going to be good. And he's there now. He's there. He's there. And Mr. O, uh, I don't mind saying this now because he's what's him called. He's a great technician and killing it. But he was one of the first young men that came in that I realized had never worked with hand tools before. He didn't know how to use a pair of pliers. He didn't know how to use a socket. So when he came down, that's when I realized I had to start showing people how to use pliers and screwdrivers and stuff. It wasn't that he didn't know. He wasn't that he wasn't mechanically inclined, but the school system just didn't have it in there for him. If the school system had it, he would have been taking those classes because that's what he loved. And you can see it. And once he took it, that's where he was at, and he took off. No, he totally lived on his own and everything, a young man. And so that's when I realized. I say, hey, a lot of these guys and young ladies come here. don't know how to use a ratchet and a socket. But now he's killing it. And not only that, but now he knows the business part. He knows how to go get his own customers. He eating, and he's living up in the Boston area, the most one of the most expensive places in the. He's living totally independent on his own. A young man, not even 25, I don't think yet. In Boston, Massachusetts, you know how many people crying because they can't afford to live in Boston and those areas. He's living on his own, repairing appliances. Yeah, yeah, good stuff. They doing it. Yeah, there we go. Uh, they networking. Come on down a little bit. Yeah, what DC and F is saying right here. When you start turning over your DC and F is correct here. You don't want to turn over control of your leads and stuff to anybody else. You want to have total ownership of that. Like some people say they're gonna go get a lead generation company, let them start bringing in their leads and paying them. You don't want to do that. If they're gonna be work, don't let them say we're gonna give you this number so they can call this number and from that number we can track it. No, you give them my phone number. Same thing. I don't want you working on no landing page somewhere else so you can actually click and find out how many people are actually coming to the landing page and then redirect them to my page. No, you're going to build it, you build SEO and stuff on my website. Because what happened when y'all severed y'all working relationship, they have built up that web page and they just going to redirect it to somebody else. You're going to pay all the money to get the SEO and stuff up and running. Same thing. If they got that phone number ringing, people will keep calling that number. They just going to direct it to somebody else. What you thought? What you thought these cashiers or something was making 100,000? I don't know, Kyle. Kyle, Kyle. What you thought these cashiers or something? I don't know. What they're doing. I don't have no problem nobody making as much money as they can. I don't have no problem with it. I totally agree with you, decent. If one button you kicked off, yep, no doubt. Networking. Yeah, is the book gonna be available anytime soon? Yeah, I'm closing out everything. Everything before the end of September will be done. I'm trying to get it in before the end of August. I'm gonna have the book done. I'm gonna have the ice cream parlor done. Only thing I have left to do this year is the kettle corn and the cotton candy. I do those during the fall. I just have those done. But I'm gonna have the book and I'm gonna have the ice cream totally done before. Try to get it in before Labor Day. Get all of that stuff totally done, and then this the last quarter of the year, all I'm gonna work on is the cotton candy and work on cotton candy and kettle corn. Because what's happened, a lot of the stuff is in the work in progress, especially the ice cream parlor. Now that I added the trailers and I'm figuring that stuff out, uh, I have to go add some more modules in there because I actually think uh, having that being mobile is almost something that you right now that mobile is something that's almost essential. Once you get going in your ice cream parlor, you gotta have a way to get mobile and get out there, get from outside of the brick and mortar. Because there's a lot of money you can make, a lot of money you can make out there mobile in a couple of hours. Okay, there you go. They decent enough. And once you get the signs together for your business, you don't want everyone knowing your secret sauce. Yeah, that's what that young guy found out with the ice machine. They don't want nobody knowing the secret sauce. You think appliance repair it was guarded. Appliance repair, they didn't want people knowing this stuff. They didn't want people knowing what you all know. That's why people kept telling you all go work for somebody and you can't do it and stuff. They didn't want y'all knowing this because they released they didn't want nobody to know this. Um, Ice cream parlor, same thing. A lot of those places, like the people that make Emery Thompson, Steve, you can call him up and talk to him on the phone right now. You can call the guy, the CEO who manufactured the machine. It's all of his family-owned businesses. Some of them still, some of the stuff that you need to get, you have to fax over stuff. The ice vending machine just as bad. They guard it, and they guard that stuff with pricing. So they make sure that you, if you ain't got no cash, you can't get in, and they guard that stuff. Uh, the networking. What do you think about doing a storefront selling appliances while doing service work for time? You got to do one or the other. I don't like the. I don't. I didn't like. I made a lot of money selling appliances, but you're gonna cost you money up front. You're gonna have to actually. You're gonna have to actually. That's another thing. If you got the money, you can't do no brick and mortar. You're gonna have to go buy the appliances first to start off. To stock a store, for us to go out there and buy a tractor, you're gonna do a storefront. Um, for us to buy a tractor trailer load of appliances, like 13, 14 thousand dollars. Then you got to actually fix the appliances. Now you got sales. Now you got to be running Craigslist marketplace. You got to be then we're doing Craigslist and all the offer up. You got to do all of that stuff to actually sell it. So you're gonna spend $20 or $30,000 up front, and then you're gonna get your money back. So you spend 20,000 up front, you might make 35, 40,000. Then as soon as you make that money, you gotta go spend another 30,000. Nah, then you got the rent coming up if you don't own the building and stuff. Then now you gotta have multiple people. Not only do you gotta have somebody, if you unless you're gonna stay there at the store all day, you gotta be there at the store. You gotta have delivery people, and I don't even want to deal with it. Then you're gonna be dealing with the pretty much the low the customer to give you the most headaches, the low income customers. They're gonna come out there and pay you $100 for a washing machine, use it for 3 years, then call you back, say, hey, the drain pump not working. I want my money back, or do I need to pay? I ain't gonna deal with that. I much rather like Mr. O said, the high end clients, they patient and they're easygoing, and you don't have any problems out of it. Thanks for the great info, Mike. You're welcome. Is it possible to buy the book count book directly from you? I'm actually thinking about doing that. If I can find a way to keep people from actually forwarding the actual PDF off, I'm thinking about just offering it on just a PDF version, or get something printed off. If Amazon keep being a little funny with yeah, because of the learning curve, I started with student of GE as a tech. Yeah, most of these guys started. Uh, uh, Most of these guys just you can learn on it on your own. Learn on the job. Get a contract. Uh, I won't be here long though. Yeah, you need to go to GE. You could get your contract and done like everybody else, and learn on it. Learn as you earn. Yeah, damn. I got my guys trimming a 5,000 square foot house right now. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Man, yeah. See, way we used to do it, Terry, the electrician, um, and it was because of this guy. What I done at the beginning. Now I heard uh, I heard Andy, the guy that Erica Williams is doing with the houses. They saying they're doing some new build houses. Andy build houses. They say they're getting their subs to actually complete the house, and then they pay them. That's the way I started. Never again would I do that. Never would I do that again. That almost ended me as soon as I got started, because what happened, here I am, I'm just getting started, and I don't have any money. And then the guy who's trying to do kind of like what some of them are going to be doing. There's no knock on it if you got the funding. There's no knock on it. But some of those people coming there don't have any money. They're going to get a loan, and they first time them doing a house. So what happened? Um, I go out there, the guy's doing the same thing that they're doing. He don't know how to actually sub out a. He don't know how to actually be a general contractor for a house. He's trying to do kind of the same thing that they're doing, and he overpaid for stuff, and and get in over his head, and then he couldn't sell it, and then took some of the money, and and trying to fix up his house with it. And then when it got time to pay people, he had no cash to pay. And then he wrote me a bad check. And because I went there, I roughed in and trimmed out the house, and then I gave him the invoice afterwards. I thought that's what you're supposed to do. No, I pay for everything up front. You pay me when I'm done. He wrote me the check, and the thing bounced, and it was crazy. I had paid everybody and all the labor and all that. I had paid. Then I went to go pay my supplies. Went to go pay my personal bills. Everything bounced, and I was like, "What in the hell?" No, and that was the time where I tell y'all the story where I almost went back to work. I actually said, "Man, I'm done." I was gonna go take a job at Honda over in Tarboro, North Carolina. They had a facility over in Tarboro where they made some of the electronics. And I was gonna go over there and be an engineer. It was a job I always wanted. I go there for the interview, and I'm sitting there and in the middle of the interview. My little pager just going off back in. Finally, I just told, man, I can't do this. I got to go back to work. I'm going back and run my business. And I went back in their bathroom, changed into my work clothes, and left. And I never went on another job interview again. But that actually almost put me under. So what I do now, when I give you a bid, any type of project, I want 25% before. Once we get ready to start, I got to get my 25% the first day I come on the job. So I give you the bid. I want 25% the first day we get to the job. We're gonna go until we get the rough end. Once it pass rough end, I'll need another 25%. And then we're gonna go and once it's time for us to trim out, and I trim out, I want another 25%. And then once he get his CO, I want my additional 25%. We're gonna pay as we go. Ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna go buy a house for somebody who broke, and I got to depend on you at the end to give me my money. Not no 5,000 square foot house. Lord knows, Lord knows, I'm not doing that stuff never again. If that's the case, nah, I ain't gonna do it. And most of the time, that's the way most people do it. I'm gonna do 25, 25, 25, 25. I'm never doing that. I'm never doing that. If they can give me 25 up front, that's usually an indication that they ain't got the cash and they ain't been doing it a while. I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna be running for my money. I want 20. When I pull up that first morning, I want my 25%. When that inspector come and pass that rough in, I want my other 25%. When we come there and we start, before I put the first receptacle face plate on or anything, I want 25% on the trim out. Cause I had to go buy all the light fixtures. I ain't gonna buy the light fixtures. You gonna buy the light fixtures. I buy the fart fans. It's gonna be a simple fart fan, but if you want some extravagant thing, you gonna have to buy that. I ain't buying no light fixtures, no ceiling fans. I'm just gonna supply the switches and receptacles, and they're gonna be basic. If you want this fancy stuff and all that decorative stuff, you buy 'em. I give you an allotment towards it, so I ain't doing that. I'm not gonna finance nobody else dreams no more. I got caught out there. And once I started doing that 25%, it worked good. I didn't have to worry about no problems. And if somebody did stick me for the last 25%, no, you can go put a lien and get it. And once the homeowners get that lien, they call them. They want to know what in the world they got lien on. You didn't pay me. Okay, you get your money. Barbers and preachers. Yeah, it's funny. I was just at a meeting. Like I said, I was just at a meeting. They were talking about doing rentals for somebody wanted to rent one of our buildings, and it's funny. It was almost simultaneously. Everybody said no churches. They said they don't want to rent to no churches. And one lady was there. It was a sister. So it was one African American sister there, and she couldn't believe it. So why nobody what they got bad with churches? And everybody say they don't pay, and they the worst people in the world to rent and do business with. Man, I died laughing. I thought it was just me, and this was not only me. This was older white women, older white men. Some of the members from the town council and all that. Everybody said the same thing I said. Everybody said, don't rent to no church. Don't do nothing with no church. They're the worst one. Thankfully, I haven't had no problems getting paid now. I have no problems after that. None at all. One of my friends stiffed me on my money, on my dollars back in February, and I fixed his dishwasher. Yeah, yeah, yep. I've had that too. I remember one time. I remember one time a minister. Here I am going back again. Jesus Christ. I had a minister. He stiffed me. He stiffed me on a actual repair. I came out fixed this refrigerator, and and then maybe it was probably a year or so later. I came out fixed this ice maker, and that's the thing too. They want you to come. Can you come now? I need to come. It was like on a Saturday morning, and he wanted me. I said, we're not opening. If we can come here now, bro, Sneak. My wife is down, and she had to have some work done on her knee, and I need to get some ice out of here so I can keep her ice down and stuff. I wouldn't normally ask you, but can you please do that? All right, so I go there and fix his ice maker so he has some ice for his wife and me. Then he don't pay me. I said, all right. Maybe 6 or 7 months later, his refrigerator goes down, and he called me, and I was like, you owe me for the money I came last time. You need to pay me for that, and then I'll come out and fix it. And so he was like, okay, I'll call you next week. So next week he goes to the supply house, and he's asking them about his trying to figure out what's wrong with his refrigerator. And they asked him where you live. He said, I live in Clayton. And they was like, why you don't call Sneed? Sneed out there, he'll fix your refrigerator. And he told them, I've been calling Sneed, but he won't return my calls. They was like, that don't sound like Sneed. So what they done, the manager there called me on the. I didn't know they had me on. I didn't know they had me on speakerphone. So the manager called me and he was like, hey Sneed. I was like, what's up? He said, I got somebody here that say they've been trying to get in contact with you. He wants you to fix his refrigerator, and he said he can get in contact. You won't call his number. I was like, who's that? And they told me his name. I said, yeah, I know him. Put him on the phone. So I didn't know he was on the speakerphone. So he asked me. He said, hey, how you doing, brother Sleep? And I was like, man, I told you you ain't paid me the money you owe me. You paid me the money you owe me. Did not come out there, but I ain't could coming out there fixing it for free. Hold on, brother Sleep. Okay. All right. That's a problem. I'll get back with you in a minute. So what happened? He shut it down real quick. I didn't know it was on speakerphone and all of them could hear it. 2 minutes later, he called me back. I ain't never in my life been so embarrassed before. $300 I owe you. I'm gonna come pay you right now. You get out there embarrassing me in front of those folks talking about the money I owe you. I was like, why you didn't pay me? I didn't know they had me on speaker. I don't care. I ain't never been done nobody like that. I thought you was my friend. I thought you was my friend, but you stuck me for $300 and won't pay me. I'm gonna come pay you your $300 right now. That little $300. I've never in my life been so embarrassed before in my life. You don't do me like that. Man, just pay me my money. We good. He still didn't pay me. Still didn't pay me. And I used to, man, I gotta see where my book at. Let me find my book real quick. I just had it. Here you go. this is my, this right here is my notebook. This is something else. I'm gonna get off of here in a second. This is my notebook. I have to be careful here. I ain't sure. Cause y'all be using that thing. I have to make sure. I ain't gonna sure. I tell you all, cause y'all be reading it. Right here is my notebook. So what would happen? They would the ministers and stuff would come and borrow money, and what I would do, I would make them I'll make them sign these notes. I make them sign these notes. I'm gonna read one of them. These are the ones I ain't got paid. Once they pay me, I'll give them their notes back. But I make them sign their notes, and then I'll have to get like they have to give me the name and address of like if I I I read this. Then I'm gonna get off here. This is one of them. I'm not even gonna put the name. I elder he this was an elder. Blah blah blah. Borrowed $650 from Michael Sneed on 6/12/2018. I promised to pay him $700 by. We put 7/3/2018. That's what we had agreed upon. But when he when he came to get the money, I had to scratch that out. Bruh Sneed, can you give me 3 more days? They get it on 6/12. He said, can you give me just 3 more days? That might be pushing me a little quick. So we moved it to 7/6/2018. I had him to sign, and I signed up under it. And then he had to give me the number, the name of the actual person, especially if this person was AME. So I had to get the bishop name and stuff of who's over him. This person, I give the address. I ain't gonna give the bishop name, but the address of where I could reach the bishop. Because what will happen if they didn't pay me? I'll take this letter and I'll send it over to his bishop and say, hey, you got this guy out here borrowing money and he don't want to pay me my money back. And I'm gonna come down there and we're gonna take up a love offering. I'm getting my money. But this person, so you know it's true. The actual thing was 1134 11th Street, Northwest Suite 300, Washington, D.C., 2001. It's a zip code. I ain't going to give the phone number because I don't want nobody calling him. But he was over the Northern District of North Carolina. So, but that's what they do. And if they were Baptist or whatever, if they was associate pastor and all that, I need to get your pastor name and address and phone number. Because if you don't pay me, I'm gonna send it to you. I'll send it to him and send him a copy and let him know. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would do that, and I'll never forget. My wife, they come to the house. I'll never forget my wife asked me one time, "Why you keep hanging around all these low lights?" I'm like, "They ministers." I'm like, I get these low lights. Why you keep hanging around these low lights? Come here borrow money all the time. I said, they not low lights, they ministers. But yeah, so that's why a lot of times I'm not harping on the ministers and stuff. I know a lot of times they're totally bad with finances and stuff, and a lot of us entrepreneurs or business owners and people who have to deal with them on the business side, unfortunately we see their shortcomings there. Spiritually, they're pretty good, but on the business side of them, they're not that good. Most of them, unfortunately, aren't. And you talk to anybody who sell cars, usually they'll tell you that they are the what you call they are the worst people to sell cars to. All right, all right, we got him up. Oh, what's up? Oh, I've been looking for you, man. Magnolia Repair Appliance and Home. Man, I've been looking for you. I've been asking everybody. Glad to hear, man. He stopped doing residential, doing facilities and HVAC maintenance contract. Way to go, man. He's about to tap into chillers. Man, that's good to see, man. Good to see, man. Really, I was wondering where you got into. Student info. Hey, Mike, I saw you video with Keepe and signed up. Do you know if doing business for $85 per hour, like in the course, they're saying they only top offering 125 per call. No, like I said with Keep is not going to be like you going out and getting your own contract. Keep is actually going to be more for somebody who's not quite ready to run their own business. I'm going to be pushing them really hard starting this year with the actual high schoolers and stuff like that. People who in high school and they want to get into the skilled trades, we're going to be going to them and having them actually get started. But if you're somebody who's not ready, not mature enough to run business, and you need somebody actually doing all the back end office work for you, doing everything, you can do that. And with that, you'll be making about $75. You'll be making about $75 per hour. Excuse me, about 60, 50 to $60 per hour with Keep. That's great for somebody straight out of high school, or somebody who's not mature enough. Usually, most men are not mature enough until they're 30 to run their own business, to be honest. But you can go out here and make $60 an hour, a lot better than making 12 or $15 an hour. Rita Jackson's, what's going on? All right, good to see you. Um, Man, y'all doing some great stuff in there. Um, I'll go through. um, There we go. Okay, Mr. O, I blew thousands in ads moving too fast. I mostly broke even on it, so I didn't lose, but it was a waste of money. Oh, there you go. All right. Once again, man, it's a quarter to 10. Jesus Christ, let me get out of here. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you hadn't already, if you want to, you see Mr. O. Mr. O is as a product of Appliance Bootcamp, and you're seeing Mr. O pretty much teaching a class in his chat. If you're looking at the chat, Mr. O is teaching you a class on appliance repair, on how to run your actual business and CODs, and he's one of probably 100 people that could actually do that for it right now, who could jump in this chat and teach you all how to run your own appliance repair business. So if you want to be able to do that, and Mr. O hasn't been doing it for more than 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Yeah, this is going on his third year that he's actually been doing appliance repair. But you see, right now, he has the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding how this business operates. And not only that, he can teach other people how to do it. He's actually teaching. If you want to get out here and be able to start your own business, get out here and be able to uh, people don't like us do this, be able to get out here and get this these checks, money, mail back, mailbox money. If you want to get out here and live this life that we're living, um, click the link in the description. Let us teach you how to start your own appliance repair business. Sign up, come over and join our Facebook group, Appliance Bootcamp. Shout out to One Stop Mike, doing big things out there. Not only has he got his appliance repair business going, he got his ice cream parlor business going. It looks good. It looks good. Can't wait to get out there. Shout out to all of you all who's running these appliance repair businesses, who's living this great life. It's fun. It's fun. Like I say, you all are doing the same thing that I'm doing. Mr. Mechanical, he going out. I just got back from Puerto Rico. He's going out to Puerto Rico. Congratulations. Uh, just uh, just just fun, just fun. And like I say, the people that's in this that's in this chat, they've been doing this stuff less than 3 years, most of them, and you wouldn't be able to tell. You saying, like I say, Mr. O is a young man, didn't know where a pair of pliers were, and he came in and Will was able to teach him in a weekend how to actually start his business, how to not only start a business, how to actually fix the appliances. He's a very great technician now, smart, very mechanically inclined. And if you would saw him that weekend down here, you wouldn't have thought that he'd be able to fix anything. We have so many more people just like him that just need to be given a chance, just to be shown what's out here in skilled trades. So once again, if you hadn't done it already, click the link in the description. Buy the course. We have several things you can choose from. You can click and just get the appliance boot camp, the $500. We call it the 60-day special. 90-day special. You can get that, um, and that works. All you get is just the appliance boot camp online. That's the only thing Tyran has, and he's running fine with that. Plenty of people doing it, running fine. If you're somebody who's not quite ready to run all the aspects of a business and going to get your own contracts and doing the back end office work, contacting the customers, but you want to get started, especially you all who just graduated from high school, younger people, you can click the link to Keep. Go to Keep. Keep pay $300. You only have to pay $200. You get the appliance boot camp, and from there, they'll actually go out and get you actually your contracts, get you your job, and they'll handle all the back end office work. where you begin paid about $50 per. It'd be a little bit more than $50 per stop. $62.50. They'll pay you to actually go out and diagnose, and $62.50 to go out and put the part on. And some of the stuff that already have a part there for you, you still get your 125. So you can do that. If you want to get all of the appliances, all of the businesses where you get the appliance boot camp, the garage door, the blender, the dryer vent cleaning, and the ice cream parlor, and you'll also get the kettle corn and the cotton candy and my real estate. You can sign up for the appliance boot camp online. You get all of those. That's $1,700. We got several different payment plans you can choose from, as low as $199 per month. You can get that. Or if you're somebody who wants to come actually to the actual facility, and you get not only get all of the online courses, but you get to come here and do the hands-on. That's $3,000. Our next one is going to be in September. Our next hands-on will be in September. I'm just waiting to get the actual date from Reggie where they're going to do the actual Compass open house. And then from there, I'm going to, and Compass Day. Then from there, I'm going to put the date together for our September hands-on event. And I'm trying to coordinate it not only with the September hands-on event, I'm trying to coordinate it with me actually being able to get the ice machine and maybe have a container down there in Rocky Mount. So we could kind of, they could, if you wanted to come early and actually go out there and see how I actually set up the container and the ice machine, you'll be able to do that too. So that's what I'm trying to coordinate that together. But once again, if you want to get that, click the link in the description. We'd love to have it. And Thursday, I have the actual time and location that I'll be at in Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, on August the 19th, 20th, 20th, and 21st. Thank you all again, and I'll talk to you later.